on Highway 10 tonight for Benton Panther football. It is the AAA benefit scrimmage tonight as the Benton Panthers and the Little Rock Christian Warriors will meet up in what promises to be a very competitive scrimmage tonight, Terry Benham.
Yes, sir. It's football time in the Chenal Valley, and Little Rock Christian has got a great football team and a very fast football team. Even Coach Harris says this is some of the best athletes that we'll face all season. So I'm looking forward to a good game, John.
Yeah, it's a great way to get ready because we'll see these type of offenses at some point during the season.
Yeah. Panthers and Warriors met in the finals of the Benton Invitational 7-on-7 this summer. Little Rock Christian able to win that. Got a chance to visit with Jeremy Muck last night, our buddy at the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, who had Little Rock Christian third in 5A, but an injury to the Morrilton quarterback for the season. He said Little Rock Christian would have been my number 2 team had I known that before I put the rankings in. This is going to be a very, very formidable test tonight in this scrimmage.
Well, I think one of the things, John, that we'll get to see is just how dominant our offensive line can be. Because this is a very good, they're not a very big defensive line, but they're a very good defensive line. They move around real well, and we're going to get a chance to see how that offensive line can adjust to that.
Speaking of quarterback injuries, you know, our heart leapt into our throat last Friday when Peyton Hudgens went down and 3-hour surgery Monday, and it looks like his season is done. And I know, John, we've all been brokenhearted this week for Peyton Hudgens.
I went home and just kind of sat in my chair. You know, it was like that bad nightmare or bad dream that we had last season every Friday night where somebody got hurt. And it's like we started off with that again this year. But hopefully that's going to end it. And we want to send our thoughts and prayers and best wishes out to the Pagays and to Peyton Hudgens.
Absolutely.
And he's a tremendous young man, been through a lot of adversity in his life, and we're thinking about him. Don't know about next season, but we do know he's a tremendous baseball player, so his athletic career is by no means over. And so we'll be excited to see him as he gets on the mend here.
And now as we move to this season, we talked last week about possibly a two-headed monster at quarterback. That's kind of taken away, and now it's Colin Morrow's team to engineer, Terry.
Well, and I think he's going to find some comfort in that. You know, there's always been that competition there between those two quarterbacks, and now you've got a really good sophomore, John, in Garrett Brown that's coming up, and he's looked really good both times that we've seen him on the field. But it's Colin's team now, and I think he knows that, and it's almost like a switch went off during the Maroon Gray game. Towards the end of that game, when the other quarterback went down, that he started really locking in on those receivers and was dropping some amazing passes in.
Yeah. And yet, with the quarterback play, John, this is a big offensive line and a very talented backfield in Zach Wallace, and we saw DeAnthony Harper have a great scrimmage last Friday.
Well, Morrow is surrounded by a lot of talent, okay? We've seen Morrow perform well. We saw him as a sophomore 15 out of 15. Was it Parkview?
Greenbrier.
Greenbrier,
yeah. That's
so,
right.
Listen, what we do know about Morrow is that he is a game-time guy, okay? When he shows up, he's going to play.
That's
and
exactly
Jim,
right.
I called his 9th grade season for the radio, and, you know, it was amazing. Scotty and Allie and I each week would talk about it. I mean, Morrow, at times, put that team on his back when they needed him to. So he's got leadership. He's got talent, he's got motivation, he's got all of the things that he needs to be the guy on offense.
Talking about defense now, Terry, you sent me a message this morning, said watch Chris Wright tonight, the nose man in the middle. You got Nethery and Dylan Ferguson on the ends. Kyvan Carroll had a great scrimmage at middle linebacker last week, but you're really high on Chris Wright tonight.
Well, I am, and the reason why is because he's really got a motor and he can move. And he's really been excelling in practice at wreaking havoc in the backfield, which has been kind of a trademark of a Harris defense.
You bet.
And so having a nose tackle that can really cause that much disruption in the offensive backfield is really, I think, going to be critical not only in this game but also next week.
And we saw a defensive backfield, John, last week that really, Devin Griffin, an interception, very impressive last week. Kelby Caffrey,
Betcha.
really impressed with the secondary play last week.
Yeah, and they've got some depth. So you won't see Cameron Ross tonight. He's got just a little bit of a soreness in his back. So not anything to worry about. They fully expect him to be 100% for the Salt Bowl. You'll actually see several players not play tonight. They're just keeping them out as precautionary. But we'll get to see some of that depth in that secondary because the second half, Coach Harris says, look, I'm going to pull my guys at halftime more than likely. And, you know, it's not about winning tonight. It's about making sure that they got everything ready to go. They're crisp and they're ready to prepare for Bryant and making sure that logistically everybody knows where they're supposed to be.
We're going to take a 3-minute break. It's 5.5 minutes to kick off. And let you hear from some of the fine sponsors of Benton Panther football this year on Fidelity Local 6. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the start of tonight's AAA benefit scrimmage between the Benton Panthers and the Little Rock Christian Warriors.
One of the biggest factors in your child's learning experience, whether it's bookwork or athletics, is their vision. Doctors Glenn and Skinner and the skilled staff at Benton Eye Care Clinic are here to help you see a better world. And they want everyone to have access to quality eye care. For thorough, visual, and comprehensive eye exams, call our optometric physicians and staff at Benton Eye Care Clinic at 501-778-2020. For quality eye care close to home on Highway 5 next to the Long Hills entrance, Benton Eye Care Clinic.
ACDI is Benton proud. We have a long history of community involvement and activism in Benton and the Saline County area. It's why we're excited to be relocating our business here and building our new headquarters in the downtown area. We're proud to sponsor the Benton Touchdown Club. Go Panthers!
Allied Glass is a full-service glass shop located in historic downtown Benton. Allied Glass is a third-generation business and family-owned and operated since 1967. Mirrors, shower doors, commercial storefronts, auto glass repair and replacement, tabletops, screens, plexiglass, and much more. For all your glass needs, call Allied Glass at 501-778-6244, located at 115 East Sevier in downtown Benton.
Hey Panther fans looking for a local dentist that cares? Look no further than Bethel Smiles. Benton native and Panther alum Dr. Justin Bethel and his staff are pleased to be back serving the community where it all began. Bethel Smiles is a full-service dental office treating all ages and proudly offers the lowest cost braces in town. We realize at Bethel Smiles that your time and your teeth are precious, so most procedures can be performed the same day. So save time, save teeth, support local business, and schedule with Bethel Smiles today. Call to schedule your appointment at 501-778-4746. Bethel Smiles is a proud supporter of Benton Athletics.
Any lasting structure begins with a good blueprint, and every good blueprint must be designed specifically for the people it serves. The Benton Event Center, Riverside Park, and the new Boys and Girls Club, all designed by the professional architects at Black, Corley, Owens, and Hughes. They understand the Benton community and are a major part of our economic success. Proud sponsors of Benton Panther football and valued partners for our community.
Congo Fireplace and Patio has been Benton's go-to place for all your hearth needs since 1920. Stop by now and see over 20 live burning displays. With the South's largest selection of gas logs, gas inserts, and wood-burning stoves, Congo has what you need to heat your home this winter. Get any accessory you need for your fireplace and stove in one place. Plus, see the largest selection of pellet stoves. With over 90 years of combined sales and service, there's no other place to shop.
Welcome back to Benton Panther football. Tonight, the AAA benefit scrimmage is the Panthers on the road at Little Rock Christian to battle with the Little Rock Christian Warriors. It is the start of the third season of the Brad Harris era of Benton football and his best team yet going into the season, Terry.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement about this team, John. That offensive line, you know, for guys that like the line of scrimmage like you have to be excited. But it's also the defensive line, John, that is going to be a big impact not only in this game but also in our future games.
Yeah, I got the binoculars tonight. My eyes will stay on the pit. I want to see the battle in the trenches. And, well, Jim, I tell you what, we keep lucking out with the weather for all these early August games, and we worried about that all spring. But for August is tremendous weather. You got cloud cover,
degrees,
and
baby.
yeah, it's just so hopefully this will keep up for next Saturday night.
Well, you're in shorts, but I ran home when the rain started and put the jeans on. It was got a little cool this afternoon. It's extremely comfortable.
Yeah.
And quite the difference from last night. Went and watched Bryant Pulaski Academy play, and it was an oven
Yeah,
last night. So as the teams have come onto the field on the sidelines, and Brian Araujo will kick off for the Panthers. He has won the place kicking job.
Okay.
Terry, and I know that's a young man you're very high on from the soccer program. Brian Araujo, the place kicker.
Yeah, he's a number one. He's a great kid. Number two, he's an incredible goalkeeper. But obviously, he's
got a leg
pretty
too.
good leg.
Yeah. And we've got some depth at kicker, so
Yes,
he'll
we
have to keep his chops up.
So the special teams plays will be dead tonight. They will kick, and following the kick, the offense will have the ball at the 30-yard line. So Brian Araujo has it teed up at the 40. And we'll be kicking off for the Panthers as the whistle blows. And we'll get our first look at Brian Araujo's kicking leg as it's high end over end and will be fielded at the 16-yard line. So Little Rock Christian will put it in play at the 30-yard line. Starting defense tonight for the Panthers. Up front, it's Ty Nethery at strong end, Chris Wright at nose tackle, Dylan Ferguson at weak end. The linebackers are Sean Thornton on the strong side, Zach Parker on the weak side, and Kevin Carroll in the middle. Spurs Colin Yandell, the bandit Carter Hutchinson, the corners Devin Griffin and Kelby Caffrey, and the free safety is Dylan Burnham. And the quarterback for Little Rock Christian, a University of Arkansas commit in basketball, the son of Dr. Fitzhill, Justice Hill, will engineer this Little Rock Christian Warrior offense.
He's a good athlete, Jim. He's had football scholarship offers as well, and he's going to give us a real good look tonight.
So Little Rock Christian's going to put it in play. They're actually going to start the drive at the 20-yard line as Hill rolls out to his left. Throw, good hit by Carter Hutchinson, is unable to come up with the catch. And boy, you see Carter Hutchinson coming from his bandit position, making his presence known early.
Yeah, and that was one of the things we were worried about is how they're going to piece this linebacking core together. But, boy, I tell you what, I like the talent we've got on the field and where they've got them.
Second down and 10 for Little Rock Christian. A four-receiver set, one back in the backfield. And he is going to get the football, has running room, makes a man miss to the outside, going to be pushed out of bounds by Dylan Burnham near the 40-yard line. That's Kendall Givens on the carry, and a first down for the Little Rock Christian Warriors.
I think we had a missed assignment there, and we didn't get a scrape around the end. Not sure if that was on the line or the lineman or one of the outside backers.
Little Rock Christian goes in a hurry as they give it to Givens again. Braden Hendricks hitting. Givens breaks a couple of tackles, and it's going to take the Benton nose man downfield to bring him down at the Benton 46-yard line. Another first down for the Warriors.
Well, Givens is a hard runner, as you see right here, but the guy to keep your eye on is number 5. Because they like to run this up the middle, and then they like to bring 5 on the speed sweep. That's Chris Hightower. Keep your eye on number 5.
Empty backfield for Little Rock Christian as Hill takes a snap, looks left, now rolls to the right, throws downfield, and the throw is short. They're going to say he was able to come up with it. Alex Clark on the catch, and it'll be another Little Rock Christian first down at the Panther 32.
Well, John, they got a good route outside, but he had plenty of time. The defensive line's got to have a lot more urgency to that quarterback.
Hill going to give it to Givens, and Givens carries. He runs into Sean Thornton. Good tackle by Sean Thornton at the 31-yard line. A gain of 2, but, boy, you like to play that time, Johnny, your strong side linebacker.
Well, I think they're going to make us be honest in the middle. They're not going to let our linebackers just start drifting toward the sidelines. They're going to make us play sound defense and then try to take advantage of us in the open field.
Second down and 8 for Little Rock Christian. There comes that speed sweep Terry was talking about. And around the corner, down the sideline, That is M.J. Loggins on the carry. Dylan Burnham knocks him out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and a gain of 11 and a first down.
Normally that's a hold on that play,
Oh,
Terry.
no two
I
ways
think on the
about it,
AAA
yeah.
benefit, they're going to let that go. But not to worry. We had a guy there, and that normally would have been a penalty.
1st and 10, Little Rock Christian in the red zone. Hill going to throw the fade, and it's going to be out of bounds. He tried to get it to Matthew Ware, and the pass is incomplete, and a whistle, and I believe we've got a penalty marker thrown by the linesman on the near side. It's going to back Little Rock Christian up 5 yards. Appreciate Coach Dexter Hendricks tuning into the live stream tonight. Also our buddy Judd Hart watching the live stream back home in Benton tonight.
Well, that's a number, John, number 11. We're going to be calling a lot this year. Kelby Caffrey had excellent coverage on that, and Hill threw the ball out of bounds because of that great coverage.
Penalty's going to move it back to the 25. It'll be 1st down and 15 following the illegal substitution penalty. So Little Rock Christian goes empty backfield. Sean Thornton lined up on the end of the line of scrimmage. Now they bring Gibbons in motion. Going to fake to him, and another penalty marker thrown by the linesman on the near side. And a false start against Little Rock Christian will back them up 5 more.
That's what these games are for, John.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that out of your system.
So Little Rock Christian offense, Terry, that's 40 points, their lowest total last year. Very explosive offense.
Very explosive. Well, and you can see why. They've got some really good athletes.
Yeah.
In their losses, they scored 40 and 42, only lost 2 games last year. As Hill takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield, throwing deep. Devin Griffin in coverage and bobbling it, hauling it in, but out of bounds for Little Rock Christian was Chris Hightower. It's going to be ruled incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 20, Warriors.
Yeah, there was a clear push off there too, John.
Yeah. Yeah, but, look, you're used to playing against the same athletes in practice every day, and that's what's so beautiful about these scrimmages is you kind of get checked a little bit. And the guy got behind him a little bit there, and fortunately he bobbled it.
Caleb Kaufman checks in at nose man. Trey Maxwell's in there at defensive end for the Panthers as they flip it out to Givens. Dylan Burnham hits him. Givens tough to tackle in the early going for the Panthers. It takes a host of Panthers to bring him down at the 23-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 13, Little Rock Christian.
Well, Dylan Burnham was out there. He missed the tackle, John, but you have to love this fact that he made up the ground and was there to make the tackle.
We've been in the right places, but we've not wrapped up a couple of times tonight, and that's resulted in a lot of this yardage that they've gotten.
3rd down and 13 for the Warriors. Is Hill going to drop back, try to get it to Hightower again? He had separation, and he scores as Hightower beats Devin Griffin to the corner of the end zone. And Little Rock Christian on the board first as Justice Hill and Chris Hightower hook up on a 23-yard touchdown pass.
This is a lot like what I think, Terry, Arkadelphia is going to look like.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think this is a really good year to get Little Rock Christian in our AAA benefit game because this kind of exposes some things for us that we need to work on against this style of an offense.
That's exactly what I thought, John. I really liked this game as the benefit game because I thought it would prepare us well for such an athletic offense like we'll see with Arkadelphia.
I talked to A.D. Nethery, and he said one of the reasons that they really wanted to get a team like Little Rock Christian was in the past, a lot of the opponents we've had didn't do any special teams because they hadn't, put those in yet and all of these sorts of things. They said, Little Rock Christian's going to be prepared. And so that was one of the things that they really liked about this group.
Isaiah Hankins boots through the extra point, and it is 7-0 Little Rock Christian. And for the first time tonight, we go down to the sideline and Dio Vanucci.
Probably going to try to interview him, but let's just talk about the lack of tackling that we just saw in that series. You can tell that we've been practicing and we haven't been playing games. That's going to be the biggest change that I think you're going to see after this game is these guys. You don't get them.
All right, back to the booth as we're having a little trouble with Dio's microphone. 8-play, 80-yard drive for Little Rock Christian in 2:01. And, guys, I know y'all were shaking your head in total agreement about the tackling on that drive.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way they'll see that on film and be pleased with it. But that's what these early games are for. You get that out of your system and gives you something to go back and work on next week.
I have a feeling they're gonna probably ramp it up here on this next possession. And when they come back out on defense, because you know they're getting an earful from Bobby Wynn.
I was about to say, you think that Bobby's
yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near Bobby Wynn right now.
As Isaiah Hankins will kick off for Little Rock Christian. And back for the Panthers, it's DeAnthony Harper, Kelby Caffrey, and Cade Clark. As Hankins puts his foot into it, Kelby will field it at the 15, and they'll mark it down at the 20-yard line. We'll see the Panther offense for the first time tonight. That offense will be led on the field by quarterback Colin Morrow, the 6'10", 175-pound senior. He'll have Zach Wallace in the backfield with him. The receivers are Braxton Slaughter, Michael Allison, Gavin Wells, and Garrett Body. And up front on that Benton offensive line, left to right, it's Jensen White, Austin Jones, Joshua George, Henry Hicks, and James Durling. So the Panthers going with two receivers to each side of the formation in their first snap here tonight in the AAA benefit scrimmage. Little Rock Christian has scored first. They were able to travel 80 yards in 8 plays. See if the Panthers can come right back with an answer as Morrow has Zach Wallace set up to his left in the backfield, brings Gavin Wells in motion across the formation. Snap back to Morrow, and the option to the left. Pitch to Zach Wallace, and Zach not able to turn the corner. Just a minimal gain on first down.
It was nothing special by Little Rock Christian, just poorly blocked by the Panthers there. And, Terry, we seem a little bit lethargic here tonight. I don't really know what this is all about.
2nd down and 9. They give Wallace 1 yard on that carry. Trip receivers to the open field, single receiver to the short field. And we've got a marker. Stops the play in an offside against the cornerback, trying to press Michael Allison across the way. We'll give Benton 5 free yards, and it'll be 2nd and 4.
Boy, that sure changes the whole dynamics of that playbook, John.
Yeah.
you have 2nd and 9, and now you got 2nd and 4. This is a play where you can kind of stretch the field a little bit.
Joshua George prepares to center the football. Wells, Slaughter, and Body split to the right. Snap back to Morrow. He's looking Michael Allison's way. Allison trying to get separation on MJ Loggins. Can't do it as Morrow overthrows him. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, the pass was a little deep, but they had good coverage there. Not a lot of separation by Allison. Corner was with him pretty much step for step. So, you know, we saw that from Morrow in the Maroon Gray game. He's not going to underthrow a football deep. And
5 receiver set as the Panthers go empty gun.
We've
We've got our first Nate Beck of the season as Morrow
Nate
on
Beck
the hard count gets him to jump off, and a first down Panthers via penalty.
Well, we hope Nate is watching up in Fayetteville. The old hard count that he did so well.
So 1st and 10 Panthers at the 31 following the penalty. Move Zach Wallace into the slot, empty the backfield. Morrow's looking Wallace's way. And Morrow hit as he released the ball by William Kerfoot. Pass low for Zach, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Little Rock Christian's not big on defense necessarily. You can tell they've got some athletes. They move around well. They get in the right positions. And I'll tell you what, they had a lot of pressure on Morrow that time.
Slaughter will line up as the H-back with Wallace and Morrow in the backfield on 2nd down and 10. You're going to give it to Zach, and Zach hit in the backfield, continues to churn. But good pursuit from Little Rock Christian. Going to lose a yard back to the 30, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the Panthers.
You got a flag down, too. Looks like illegal motion.
Well, they came out with a little bit different formation there, and they showed a lot of pressure.
Well, I'll tell you, John, that
Zach had literally nowhere to go. They sent about 7 guys, I think, that time.
Yeah, that was a little disappointing because we had 3 guys on our backfield, and that's not what you would expect.
False start penalty against the Panthers declined by Eric Cohue, the head coach of Little Rock Christian, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 for Benton following the 1-yard loss on the carry for Zach Wallace. As Gavin Wells comes in motion, joins Slaughter and Body on the right side of the formation. Morrow looking downfield, throws to Wells, who made the catch, and they're going to rule it incomplete as he seemed to have come down with it, then bobbled the ball. They rule it incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 11 Panthers.
A lot of traffic in there, Terry.
Yeah, it sure was. He went up and got the ball, though, and it was just like you said, a lot of traffic, and he just couldn't tuck it in and get complete control
He didn't really
of
have
it.
the room to bring it down, I don't think.
Zach Parker to deep snap is Sean Thornton to punt it away for Benton. Again, special teams will be dead, so Little Rock Christian will have it at the spot that the return man MJ Loggins fields the football. Snap back to Thornton. He's going to put a foot into it. It's an end-over-ender that Loggins will field at the 38, and that's where Little Rock Christian will have the football. Mason, did we get Dio's mic up and going? All right, let's go down to Dio and give the sideline mic another shot. And no dice. So we'll come back to the booth and well, kind of a slow start for the Panthers tonight, guys. Let's be real honest.
I mean, we've started as slow as Dio's mic.
Yeah, I know. That's what these tests are for, right? You know, we joke about Zach Parker being able to do everything. He plays linebacker. He quarterbacked our JV team last year. Jim, I remember joking when he punted in one game. I said, was he going to snap it to himself? now here he is deep snapping. So I don't know. I guess there's not anything he can't do.
The multi-talented senior, Zach Parker, wears number 35, 5'10", 200-pounder. Second possession of the game for Little Rock Christian. As they bring a man in motion, going to flip it to him on the jet sweep, able to turn the corner. Stiff arms Dylan Burnham. Colin Yandell is going to run MJ Loggins out of bounds. They mark him at the 42, a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Little Rock Christian.
Yeah, Sean Thornton came in that time, and he forced him to the 12th man, Jim. Just, I mean, absolutely blew up the guy that was supposed to set the edge, and good play by Thornton.
See Braden Hendricks replace Colin Yandell in the lineup. Terry Jones replaces Devin Griffin at corner. Is Justice Hill going to go and try to connect with Matthew Ware? Good coverage by Kelby Caffrey across the way, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 6.
There's that pressure, Terry.
Yeah, it sure is. He was stride for stride with him, and Justice Hill's, he's a smart quarterback. He saw that coverage, and he just threw that one away.
Well, and he knew that he had pressure coming up the middle from this Benton defense, too, and I think he thought, yeah, we'll live to fight another day here.
Trey Maxwell replaces Ty Nethery on the Benton defensive line. 3rd down and 6 for Little Rock Christian. Ball at the Warrior 42. Warriors lead at 7-0, 8:48 to go in the first quarter as Hill empties the backfield. 4 receivers to the wide side as Hill's going to come back to the short side for Hightower. Through his hands, incomplete. Terry Jones in coverage, and it's 4th and 6 for the Warriors.
We had everybody double covered deep, and we had pressure with 3 guys, and linebackers did a good job keeping it in front of them in the middle of the field, and now we'll get to see their punt team.
Jack Mabry to punt for Little Rock Christian. It's Kelby Caffrey. Is that Michael Allison?
Yes.
As well, back deep for Benton. It's a snap back to Mabry. He puts a foot into it at the 30-yard line. High spiraling kick that Michael Allison catches at the 20-yard line. Good punt. And so the Panther defense with a 3-and-out after a spotty start, John. A great recovery on the second possession.
I'll tell you, my first impression of Little Rock Christian here, kind of remind me a little bit of Greenwood, Terry, because they just, from throwing the ball to punting the ball, you watch their O-line blocking, you watch their defense. They know their job. They know their assignment. These guys execute very, very well, and they've got some athletes. I tell you what, they're going to make a splash in their division this year, I believe. They're going to be a tough team.
So the second possession of the night for the Benton offense, and James Durling tried to get a head start on that one, and it'll back the Panthers up 5 yards. And Benton will have it 1st and 15 following the false start.
Well, you hope that the offense will respond in the same way that the defense did. You know, the defense kind of came out slow, missed assignments, missed blocks, or didn't get off blocks and missed tackles. But then they came out the second series and threw a 3 and out.
So 1st and 15, Slaughter, the H-back. Morrow bobbles the snap, recovers, throws downfield to Garrett Body, and look at Body go, 40, 50, gets a block from Michael Allison. And Garrett Body with the big gain up to the 47-yard line. It's a 32-yard pickup and a first down for the Panthers.
That's just what we needed, is a little bit of a confidence builder. And if you remember last year in this game, we didn't look too good. There were a lot of people ready to jump off the bridge, but that's what this game is for, and I think we're going to look better as the game goes on.
Quick flip out to Gavin Wells, and Wells is going to be into Warrior territory down to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4, and we're going to do 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers as Gavin Wells on the catch. Morrow with Wallace in the backfield. Panthers tempo it. Morrow just throws that one away as he was receiving intense pressure from William Kerfoot.
Yeah, and that's not the first time he's had pressure in there. And
from the same guy.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what. I was watching number 1 for Lawson Howard. I'll tell you what, this is a physical Little Rock Christian football team. These guys are no joke. I tell you what, if you're a Little Rock Christian fan, you're probably going to be really happy this year.
Yeah.
Number 7, Drake Bradley in pregame, just very impressive. He's the defensive end on this near side as the Panthers line up on 3rd down and 4. Going to fake it to Wallace, throwing the slant to Michael Allison, and it's off his fingertips, incomplete, and it'll be 4th down, Panthers.
Not great stats in passing tonight. We've had some bad throws. We've had some dropped balls. We've had some good coverage.
But we're going to have the right play.
But we're going to have to have better. We're going to have better numbers than that. You know, you can say that the end result is we got to get some completions.
4th down and 4. Bunch, Body, Wells, and Slaughter to the wide side of the field. Allison to the short side. Wallace in the backfield with Morrow. On 4th and 4, the Panthers go. Give it to Zach Wallace, and Zach follows that big offensive line for a first down to the 42-yard line, a gain of 5. Panthers needed 4, and it's first down Benton.
Well, John, that's the play we really needed right there, because that is a play that we're going to need a lot this season, where we're going to need 4 yards, and we need to follow that offensive line for the first down.
And now bring DeAnthony Harper in, fake the swing to him, throw it to Gavin Wells, and in traffic, Gavin with the catch down to the 30, and it's another Benton Panther first down.
You know, it's rare to find a guy at any level that likes to go across the middle and get punished. But I'll tell you what, Gavin Wells, he doesn't mind it. He's like, look, string me out, hang me out to dry. I don't care. Just throw me the ball. I'll take the lick.
Tough as a boot. Wearing number 2 this year, Gavin Wells. First down Benton as they come back to Wells again, and that one going to be a short gain. They're going to mark Gavin down at the 28-yard line. Just a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that was so predetermined. You kind of wonder what Justin Ray is setting up, John.
Well, I think right now he just wants to get the ball moving. He just wants completions. He just wants to see our offense have some success. But look, we know him well enough that we know he's setting up something at the same time.
Is it 2nd down and 8, Panthers? Snap back to Morrow, fakes to DeAnthony Harper, looking deep, throwing deep for Allison. Looked like Allison was bumped out of the break. Pass goes incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Hey, that was just good defense by MJ Loggins. I mean, he was playing very physical across the front and got into the route and pulled Allison out of his route.
I like how Morrow has not tried to make the hero throws here tonight. If it's not there, he lets it go, and it was another one of those plays.
John Miller replaces Michael Allison in the personnel package for Benton on 3rd down and 8 as they give it to DeAnthony Harper coming wide. DeAnthony gets the corner. DeAnthony going to be down near a 1st down. And, boy, what a burst from Lightning in the Thunder and Lightning package. DeAnthony Harper, they're going to mark him down at the 20, just over the 20-yard line, and it'll move the chains. 1st down Benton.
That's going to be a 1st down, and that's a big 1st down, too. Nice run by DeAnthony Harper.
Had a great night last week in the maroon-gray scrimmage and picks up 8 on his first carry tonight. They give it to him this time, and, boy, he is hit. That's number 7, Drake Bradley, the outstanding defensive end for Little Rock Christian. Going to dump him for a loss back at the 23.
Well, it's almost like he lined up on the offensive side of the line that time, John.
He was coming, and he was coming strong.
2nd down and 13 for the Panthers. Ball in the center of the field as Body, Slaughter, and Wells split to the left. Michael Allison back in, splits to the right. Wallace also back in the backfield. As Morrow looking left, throwing left through the hands of Braxton Slaughter, incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down Panthers.
Yeah, that was a bad pass. He had it a little bit high. We had great blocking up front by the offensive line on that play. And tell you what, Little Rock Christian's given us a lot of different looks here.
So Little Rock Christian substitutes on defense. 3rd down and 13. Benton, ball at the Warrior 23-yard line. Morrow looks to the sideline. Now announces the play to the line, moves Zach Wallace to the sidecar on his left. As George snap to Wallace. Morrow pressured. Morrow eludes the pressure, throws downfield to Gavin Wells, who makes the catch. Going to be tackled out of bounds at the 15-yard line, and it'll be 4th down Benton.
What a huge play by Colin Morrow. He really had immediate pressure by number 21 coming off the corner blitz. And he rolled out of that and made a good fire and a good completion.
It's when you see some of his best plays, I tell you.
That's right.
4th and 4. Is Morrow going to drop back, pump, get it to Gavin Wells. Wells searching for the 1st down. Zach Wallace is saying he got it. The linesman coming down the 10-yard line.
That's 1st down.
John Penn says 1st down. They mark it right at the 10. As the referees are eyeballing it, the Panther offense confident it's a 1st down. And the white hat says no. Little Rock Christian is held.
Whoa.
Panthers needed 4 yards. They got 3.9.
We have a terrible angle at the 1st down marker, but
we do.
Must have been just past the line. Well, I think they said, well, we got the line here. We're assuming it's straight.
Hey, guys, can you hear me on this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you because I've got some experience from looking at those 4th down plays, and it's what you call home cooking.
Oh, okay.
Hey, they don't want to upset the home crowd here, so it's a benefit game. It doesn't really mean anything. Let's give the home team the 1st down.
1st down, Little Rock Christian. As Justice Hill is going to fake to Givens and keep Kevin Carroll in pursuit. You see the speed of Justice Hill as he glides out of bounds at the 24 and picks up 13.
And you also see the speed of Kevin Carroll getting out there and chasing him down all the way from the middle of the field. It's a nice pursuit by the middle linebacker.
We got faked out.
Been giving it to Givens all night, and the Panthers bit. Opened up the outside as they give it to Givens this time, hitting the backfield. Boy, that's a tough young man to tackle, and there comes the pursuit of the Panthers, and they're going to end up tackling Givens all the way back at the 20-yard line for a loss of 4. Good pursuit, John, that time by the Panther D.
It was a matter of physics. We just bigger and probably a little stronger than some of those offensive line, and we had the right defensive call on for that play. And now we'll get to see what Little Rock Christian – how they like 2nd and long. So we've been in it a lot tonight.
2nd down and 14 for the Warriors. As a penalty marker comes in and a false start will back them up 5 more.
You can't lean in when you're running sideways. You can't lean in. They'll call it every time.
Panther football tonight on Fidelity Local 6, brought to you by Black, Corley, Owens, and Hughes. Also, new sponsor Bethel Smiles. They'll be the sponsor of our post-game show every week.
Caleb Kaufman, defensive end.
Saw him at nose man on the last possession. Moves to end this time. It's Ty Nethery getting a breather. Dylan Ferguson the other end. Chris Wright back in at nose man. Second down and 19.
Yeah.
Pressure from Carroll on Hill. Hill eludes it. Now the pressure coming from Thornton. And Hill is just going to step out of bounds as Kyvan Carroll was going to knock him out. Had he not, they're going to mark the football. Boy, it is such a tough angle from this low booth.
Well, earlier we saw them try to execute that same play, and we didn't get a scrape around the end. That time we got the scrape, and you see it was a very different result. So kudos to the Panther defense, Terry, for figuring that out.
They give him a yard. It's 3rd down and 18 for Little Rock Christian. One man in the backfield, trip receivers to the open field. And now Gibbons going to motion that way, give Little Rock Christian 4 to that side. And they're going to come back to Hightower. And Hightower had Terry Jones beat. The throw beyond Hightower's reach. And the Panthers caught a break right there as Hightower had separation. Fortunately for Benton, it fell harmlessly to the turf.
You know, fortunately, we had good pressure on the quarterback, Terry.
Yeah, we did, but I told y'all early in the game, keep your eye on number 5, Chris Hightower, because he is an athlete, and that's 2 of our cornerbacks that he's left backwards and had about 3 steps on a deep pass. He's a good ball player.
So Mabry will punt it away. And a wobbly spiral will hit at the 40. Take a Panther roll, and Benton going to have great field position this time to open the drive, and we go to Dio.
Well, guys, I know we were talking about we looked a little flat, a little lethargic. I can tell you that the mood on the sidelines is very relaxed, very lackadaisical. I think these guys are looking at this. This is a smaller school, a smaller classification. This is really just kind of a practice to them, but you got to look at it from Little Rock Christian's perspective. Hey, we got the big 6A boys coming in here. It's time to show what we got. So, do I think it's going to stay like that the whole game? No, I think Benton's found out, hey, they got a game to play.
So the Panther wake-up call has been given. 4:27 to go in the first quarter. Benton with great field position at the Little Rock Christian 36-yard line. Morrow hit from behind and gets the pass to Garrett Body, who makes the catch on the Panther sideline at the 31. It's a gain of 5, and Morrow took a shot in the back, Terry, as he released that one.
Well, he took a shot because nobody touched the outside linebacker, and he's been in our backfield all night long. And somebody's got to get a body on Kerfoot.
2nd down and 5, Panthers at the 31. And here comes Kerfoot again, and Drake Bradley's going to get to Colin Morrow. And the Panther pass protection, John, a little shaky on this drive. It's going to be 3rd and long following the sack.
Well, they're killing us. They're showing us a lot of different pre-snap formations. And, that's something that we're going to have to kind of figure out here is what are we going to do when they don't line up like we need them to line up for what we have called?
3rd down and 11 following the 6-yard loss as Morrow drops back, throws. Garrett Body with the catch. And Garrett Body sat down in that zone very nicely. Terry makes the catch, and he's going to be down to the 26-yard line. Should be a Panther 1st down.
Boy, sure did, and what an addition he's been to the Panther offense. A move in from Newport, and man, he is a really good receiver, John, that can find that open space.
4.5 speed.
So referees give the Panthers the 1st down this time. 1st down, Benton at Little Rock Christian's 26.
I kind of wanted to see the 4th and 1.
Yeah, I did too.
So 1st down, fresh set of downs for Benton at the Warrior 26-yard line. Warriors lead at 7-0 with 3:30 to go in the first quarter. It's Morrow with Wallace in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes to Zach, looking, throwing.
Oh,
Michael Allison hit as the ball arrived by Colin Grigsby, unable to hold on to it. But, Terry, you like Colin Morrow threading a needle right there.
Well, and threading the needle, he did. I mean, you look at that pass and you go, boy, that's not the pass to throw unless you can throw it as good as that. And, I mean, he put that ball right between 4 receivers on the money, and he just dropped it.
Very patient. Seems like every play is taking a little bit longer to develop. And Morrow not afraid to stand in there.
Morrow's taking a lot of shots tonight.
2nd down and 10, Panthers. So again, fake to Wallace. Morrow looking, Morrow throwing. Braxton Slaughter goes up high and comes down with it at the 2-yard line. Great catch by Braxton Slaughter, and it's 1st and goal, Panthers.
That's called trusting your receiver. So Morrow threw that up, and he said, I need you to get this ball.
So 1st and goal, Panthers at the 2-yard line. Slaughter with a great catch, and now we've got a timeout going to be charged to Little Rock Christian. And as the teams go to the sidelines and visit with their coaches, we're going to visit with Dio.
Well, I just want to comment on the fact that you guys were up here talking about how nice the weather is and all that in your bougie little air-conditioned booth. I'd like to remind you that I'm the guy that's standing out there in the weather.
Jim Cantori.
Yeah.
It's 78 degrees.
I know it's beautiful tonight, but I don't want to hear you guys talking about it because you sit in an air-conditioned booth right next to the food. Anyway, that's my only complaint about the night. Listen, here's what we wanted to see tonight was we wanted to see the O-line come up against some pressure because, hey, we can't go off of the fact that on paper our O-line should dominate most teams this year because we're big. Yep. We got to play like we're big. And this O-line or this D-line of Little Rock Christian, while they're not big, they've shown to be pretty athletic, and it's given our O-line a pretty good test tonight.
Well, John, one thing that I know about next week, you know, when we got our shopping list, we need to add Kleenex to our shopping list. Yeah, that's one thing that I know.
It's going to be 104 degrees for the Salt Bowl, and I'm going to be out there in it while you guys are up next to the Chick-fil-A.
1st down and go. Actually, it's Chewy's this year. Give it to Zach Wallace going right, and Zach is going to be hit by Lawson Howard. Falls forward to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and goal, Panthers.
Yeah, and once again, going left to right, Jim, it's really tough getting that touchdown on the end zone to our right.
I was hoping you had forgotten that from last year. 2nd down and goal, Panthers. Is Morrow again going to give it to Zach Wallace. He bends it back toward the center, trying to get in behind Joshua George and doesn't do it. And it's going to be 3rd and goal, Panthers.
Well, we had the push. They just collapsed the other side. It's good defense.
But, you know, John, I hope they continue to run the same play because they've got to be able to run this play.
Sometimes you just got to be macho.
Got to be able to punch it in here, guys. 3rd down and goal, Benton. Going to give it to Zach again. This time, Zach to the outside. Zach to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Yep.
With 2:17 to go, Benton an extra point away from tying it up.
Terry, they kept committing and collapsing, 8 against 5 on our big O-lineman. So that time, Zach Wallace, he kind of had the read. It's like, look, we're going to give you the middle, but we're going to give you the outside. And you watch the play, everybody, all the linebackers, the outside backer on the far side overcommits. Zach sees it, touchdown Panthers.
Yeah, that was
good vision by Wallace.
That was a really good vision by Wallace.
Joshua George to snap, Braden Murdoch to hold, and the sophomore Brian Arajo kicks it through, and the Panthers have tied this ball game with 2:17 to go. It's 7-all. It's an 8-play, 36-yard drive in 2 minutes, 10 seconds for Benton, and even though it took a while to get there at the end, Zach Wallace able to punch it in. The big play on the drive, a 3rd down conversion is Morrow connected with Garrett Body for 11 yards and a big 24-yard catch by Braxton Slaughter on the drive to get Benton down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Terry, a lot of times in these games you'll see teams like Little Rock Christian who are really known as execution teams have a lot of success early in the season against an opponent that may be bigger, may be, have more depth and those sorts of things. But I think we're hanging in there with them tonight, even though we came out a little flat and we've had some execution issues. We've been able to kind of exert our will when we needed to.
Yeah, and I think that when you do one of these like benefit games and everybody has it in their head that this game really doesn't count, because it doesn't. It's more of a scrimmage. And then you come out and you're the higher ranked team or you're the higher classification team, there is a tendency to come out flat while the other one will come out fired up because they want to beat you, just like Dio said.
Sit in PA and Bryan every year, except for this year.
So Rajo kicks it off for the Panthers, kicks it down to the 10-yard line. Good leg from Brian Arajo. Little Rock Christian will scrimmage from the 20-yard line. Saw Little Rock Christian march 80 yards on their first drive. The Panther defense forced them 3 and out the next 2. So the Benton defense with back-to-back good possessions. We'll see if they can do it here a third time in a row, as Bryce Gallagher is going to check in at middle linebacker for the Panther defense. Nethery back in at defensive end. Trey Maxwell it in. They move Kaufman back to nose on this possession as they give it off to Grigsby. And Sean Thornton, the first to hit him. Boy, that Grigsby is just a tough little bowling ball of a running back. Picks up 4 yards.
What is it Dio used to say about Shamlin? A rolling block of butcher knives or something?
That would be correct. Yeah. It's a rolling block of butcher knives.
2nd down and 6 for Little Rock Christian as Hill drops back in the pocket, sets, throws, catch made across the center of the field by Bernard Givens Jr., and he's going to pick up 21 yards and a first down to the 41.
Well, it was a good completion, John, but what I liked is that Dylan Burnham saw it at the same time that the quarterback threw it. He just happened to be a few steps away and couldn't get there, but the vision from the defensive backfield was there.
Hill empties the backfield, drops back, looking deep again, throwing deep again, and he's got his inside receiver again. That is Bernard Givens Jr., and the Warriors are going to be in the red zone down to the Benton 13.
Yeah, they had a lot of receivers deep there for Little Rock Christian, and we did not cover that well at all.
42 yards on the pitch and catch from Hill to Givens, and it's first down and 10. Little Rock Christian at the Benton 12-yard line. Hill going to hand it off to Givens. Givens coming to the outside. Dylan Burnham is going to knock him out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Penalty marker thrown from the back judge. John Penn's initial indication is a hold. That's exactly what it's going to be, holding against the Warriors.
Yeah, you got to make that tackle in the backfield.
Either one of them.
I know Little Rock Christian has a good running back, but we're going to see most of the teams we play this year are going to have a good, powerful running back, Terry. So we've got to be able to wrap up better than that, and we need to be more physical at the point of attack. Fortunately, they had a penalty in the backfield. And
penalty going to mark it back to the 20 from the spot of the foul, Terry.
Well, one of the things is that for the Panther fans out there, this is going to be one of the best Panther teams that we've seen in a very long time, but they're playing the toughest schedule that we've had in a very long time.
No doubt. So penalty's going to move it back to the 20-yard line. First down and 16 as Hill going to loft that one up and overthrow Alex Clark at the goal line. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 16.
Well, you know Bobby Wynn's going to want to look at some of this film because he was wide open. They just missed the pass. And
I'll be interested when we have a change here of possession, Dio's take on kind of what's going wrong, why we're getting beat deep so much.
2nd down and 16 is Hill going to fake, roll to the right. And his throw is going to be complete to Alex Clark, who is immediately hit by Colin Yandell. And Terry, you got to like Yandell hits him, wraps him up, drives him back. Good form tackle that time for Colin.
Yeah, it was, but it was also good discipline with his eyes and staying home, keeping his feet underneath him, and making a good fundamental tackle.
Give him 3 yards on the completion. 3rd down and 13 for the Warriors. Ball at the Benton 17-yard line. It's the clock under a minute to go in the first quarter. Is Hill going to drop back? Hill throws. Tried to get it to Givens Jr. again, the guy who has been the go-to weapon on this drive. Overthrows him along the Benton sideline, incomplete, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, we got lucky there because the receiver was in bounds, and he had a little bit of a crease there. He could put that ball and just overthrew it a bit.
Yeah, it was just another miss by Hill. He had a wide-open receiver for a touchdown.
So 4th down and 13, Little Rock Christian. Ball at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Warriors leaving their offense on the field. Going to go for it in the red zone. Kyvan Carroll back in defensively. Got Carroll and Gallagher on the field. Dylan Ferguson trying to pressure Justice Hill. Hill going to stop, plant, throw. He's going to overthrow his receiver, almost intercepted by Braden Hendricks in the end zone. But the Panthers bend but do not break on that drive and force a 4th down incompletion, and the Panther offense gets the ball back.
On the 4th and long, they send some pressure, and you like the call there from Bobby Wynn.
Yeah, that was a big defensive stand. They really needed that because they'd given up so many yards. And we talked about earlier, we'd seen a lot of deep balls that blown coverages and all. Dio, what's your take on it?
Well, it's not so much a blown coverage as it is taking advantage of the coverages that were given him. You saw on that deep ball, we're in a cover 3, and in a cover 3, the seams and the outside are open, and so they're running multiple vertical threats in one zone, and a cornerback can't cover 2 guys, so they're taking advantage of that.
As Colin Morrow goes deep for Garrett Body. Pass incomplete. Dio continues.
Well, and you noticed on the wheel route to the running back, that's a matchup. They're trying to take advantage of a matchup there, running the running back out on a wheel route. Your corner's bailing deep with the wide receiver, and you're running the running back out who's being covered by an outside linebacker. So really, I think what Little Rock Christian was doing on that last possession was they were trying to test some matchups and test our zone coverage. Once they got up into the red zone, it condenses that zone down, makes it a little bit harder to make those completions. So that's why you had the bend, don't break on that.
And I can tell you from watching Brighton, PA last night, it was the inside receivers that were open most of the night for both teams. That seems to be maybe in the early going a soft spot in all defenses right now. 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers following the incompletion as Morrow is going to operate out of an empty gun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. There's a snap back from Tristan Redd now in at center to Morrow. Morrow throws back. Allison with the catch. Reverses his field. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A gain of 14 and a 1st down Benton.
Well, Morrow was ready to bail out of there because on the hard count, he saw they were going to bring pressure. PA never checked out of that, and as soon as he got the snap, he knew they were coming. You watch him, he never tries to set his feet. He knows he's got some guys coming at him, so very alert by Colin Morrow.
Morrow throws it out to Body, and Body is going to pick up 4 yards to the 35-yard line. Interestingly, you've got Tristan Redd now at center. He's a left-hander snapping to Colin Morrow, a left-handed quarterback. That's not something you see every day in the exchange. As the first quarter horn sounds, and we've come to the end of 1. It's all tied at 7. This is Benton Panther football on Fidelity Local 6.
Farmers Bank and Trust Mortgage provides local expert service. Eric Shelnut will give you a smooth experience with the highest level of service at competitive rates. He can help you with conventional, FHA, USDA, VA, as well as interim construction loans. You can start the application process online at myfarmers.bank in as little as 20 minutes. Farmers Bank and Trust Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Jones Heating and Air, located at 520 Edison Avenue in Benton, specializes in residential, commercial, and new construction HVAC systems and offers 24-hour service. Jones is a proud supporter of Benton Panther Athletics, the Saline County Boys and Girls Club, and youth sports at Benton's Riverside Park. Find out more at jonesheatingandair.com or call 501-778-3324.
Saline County is one of the fastest growing areas in the entire country. At Saline Memorial, we've been growing too. Our hospital is in the top 5% for patient safety nationwide. We've incorporated advanced technology, expanded services, and strategic partnerships that bring the state's best doctors right here. And we've done it all without losing the comfort of private rooms and personalized care. This is healthy growth, close to home. Saline Memorial.
As we open the second quarter, 2nd down and 6 Panthers. Give it off to DeAnthony Harper. Nifty running, and DeAnthony shakes a tackle. He's going to have the first down to the 43-yard line. But, boy, DeAnthony with a burst right there, and good moves in the hole, Terry.
Well, we saw it last week, too. You know, he had 168 yards, I think, in the maroon-gray game. But the lateral movement, John, that he has and the ability to stop and then jump somewhere is really, really impressive.
9 yards on the carry as they fake to DeAnthony. Tried to get it to Body on the slant. Colin Morrow overthrows him. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Colin, on those a few of the throws tonight he's had, the ball's sailing a little high on him.
He's rushing it.
He just needs to get it down a little bit, and you know that's what preseason is all about. Right. It's getting comfortable, and so far, just with his command of the offense, I'm very happy with the way he's played tonight.
With Tristan Redd at center, you got Joshua George and Jensen White on the left side of this offensive line. Austin Jones has moved to right tackle with Henry Hicks, the right guard. 2nd down and 10. Panthers. Morrow gives it off to DeAnthony Harper, and Harper's going to pick his way to the 46-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Well, it's a good time, or good defensive stand by that defensive line that time. They really got some good penetration and found the running back, got him on the ground.
We should have had a better push by our offensive line there, and see if these guys get fired up a bit.
3rd down and 8. Body, Slaughter, and Wells split to the right. Allison to the left. Harper sets up to the right of quarterback Colin Morrow. Morrow takes the snap. Pressure coming, and Colin Morrow going to be snowed under back at the 36-yard line as Little Rock Christian just brought more men that time than the Panthers could block, and it's a big sack on 3rd down, and Benton will have to punt it away.
You talk about impressive. Not only did they send the house, but they had everybody covered. You watch this. I mean, they've got everybody accounted for. We've got one guy underneath. But nowhere near the first down.
Actually going to mark it at the 38-yard line. So a loss of 8 on the sack. And Sean Thornton will prepare to punt it away for the Panthers. Good snap. Sean puts his foot into it. And a high end-over-end kick that is going to push the return man for Little Rock Christian, M.J. Loggins, back to the 22-yard line. We go to Dio.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed that our offensive line just isn't absolutely dominating this smaller Little Rock Christian defensive line. But I mean, let's give Little Rock Christian, their defensive coordinator, some credit. They're dialing up some blitzes. They look a lot like Benton's defense, and you know, you'd think we would be used to that, but I don't think we're used to the style of play that they're actually running against us.
Well, and, you know, it's basic math. 5 guys can't block 8 guys. And when you bring the house, you know, somebody's going to get through.
Benton with a personnel move as Ty Nethery is going to be the nose man now for the Benton defensive line. It's Ferguson and Maxwell, the ends, as they give it off to that bowling ball, and he is running hard up to the 30-yard line. Mr. Givens goes all of 5'8", 220, and runs a 4.7, and he's been impressive in the early going. Picks up 9, 2nd and 1, Little Rock Christian. So Warriors bring a man in motion, going to flip it to Loggins, and Loggins going to have first down yardage, but just a 2-yard gain as the Panthers waiting on that speed sweep to the open field. Played it very well.
Well, I'll tell you this, they played it well because Sean Thornton is really playing well in space. I mean, he really kind of shut that play down by staying at home and forcing the play to go inside.
Gallagher and Carroll, the linebackers on this play, as they tried to get it to Hightower. That was good coverage by Devin Griffin. Devin giving up some height on that one, but Devin goes high in defending that play, and Terry able to deflect it away incomplete.
Yeah, it was good coverage, and, Devin's got some speed too, and that receiver had a good route, and Devin stayed with him step for step.
Devin 5'10", Hightower 6'3", and Devin went up with him on that one. 2nd down and 10 as they empty the backfield. Hill going to flip it out to Givens and throw it wide of him, incomplete. Now it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Warriors.
Well, Colin Yandell in there on the defense.
Yep.
Seeing a few guys, seeing a little movement.
Yeah, and he's also been doing well covering that little dump out in the pass or out in the flat.
Playmaker. We saw him do it last year on special teams. Every week he was a special teams player of the week, I think, Jim.
Yeah, him and Carter Hutchinson. Those were our guys on
every
special
week,
teams.
Yeah.
3rd down and 10. Hill pressured, steps up, throws, catch made. Kelby Caffrey separates the football, and they're going to say incomplete as Kelby Caffrey absolutely laid a lick on Alex Clark. And they're going to say incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 10.
Well, we've been waiting on it.
He literally knocked my headphones off in the booth.
We've been waiting on it. We heard about it all preseason. Wow, what a play.
I haven't seen a hit like that in the backfield maybe since Stone Paul, Pine Bluff. I don't know.
Maybe Brandon Black's hit on El Dorado.
Yeah. That was vicious, and I hope that the PA player is. It's going to be a minute before he catches his breath.
Kelby, a 5'11", 170-pound senior with the big lick, and now he's going to field the punt at the 32, and that's where the Benton offense will have it. Dio, you got to like that hit from Kelby Caffrey.
Well, absolutely, and you notice that they had 3 vertical threats against that cover 3. Once again, they tried it, but you notice, I guarantee you that Coach Bobby Wynn had a little chat with him there in that break in possessions, because Kelby Caffrey knew exactly what to do. He broke off of his man and made the play.
Yeah, and you're not going to out-scheme Bobby Wynn.
No.
Okay, the guy knows football. For people that don't know him, he's got a very good football mind.
So the Panther adjustment made, and Kelby Caffrey delivered, and now it's 1st down and 10 for the Benton offense as the Panthers going to go with 2 men in the backfield now, as Wells and Wallace going to line up now. Bring Wells in motion. Morrow bobbles the snap, and it's going to blow the play up as Morrow is going to be sacked from behind back at the 20-yard line by Jackson Woodard.
Well, that's a play that you don't want. Turnovers and penalties will kill you in every game, and that was almost.
I think they were blitzing and we were running a screen. I mean, that's just like the worst of two. Not a whole lot you can do on that, and it was a good call by the Little Rock Christian defense.
Well, good job by Morrow hanging on to the football.
Same formation, bring Wells in motion again. Morrow drops back, sets, and throws. Michael Allison on the comeback on the Benton sideline makes the catch near the 30-yard line. The Panthers get back 9 yards, but it'll still be 3rd down and 13 Benton.
Yeah, we haven't seen a successful screen tonight. We've tried to run it a few times, and I want to see those big guys downfield mowing people over. That's why I'm wanting to see the screen. But I don't know. Have we completed one tonight yet? Tried it a couple times.
Hard count, going to draw Little Rock Christian off and buy the Panthers 5 yards and make the 3rd down more manageable. 3rd down and 8 following the penalty.
Well, the ability to do that, and certainly in certain circumstances, is a real weapon. And
Body Slaughter and Wells come to the left. Morrow going to lob one up for Zach Wallace down the Panther sideline. Made the catch. Ball stripped. The ball is live, and Little Rock Christian's going to pick it up. And now a whistle blows by the linesman, the back judge, and they're gonna mark the ball where the recovery was made and give the ball to Little Rock Christian at the 17-yard line. Zach Wallace made the catch and had it ripped away, John. The ball rode 20 yards.
I think he had it. I think he established himself. I don't know the exact rule. I think you have to catch it and make a football move. And I think when we see this, I mean, he makes – I don't know. I don't know that he ever had possession of it. It was a close play. But
real time, it looked like he made the catch.
What I will say about that, I think if we had instant replay, they'd probably say that wasn't a catch. But I do want to say that our O-line picked up the blitz that time. That was what I took away from that play. I know we had a turnover and possibly an errant call, but our O-line did a good job there. We picked on them a little bit tonight, but
they mark it at the 17, give it to Little Rock Christian, and boy, what a collision between Corey Platt and Carter Hutchinson at the 22-yard line. And boy, credit Carter for standing his ground and making a good tackle on a running back with a head of steam. 5-yard gain for Platt at second down, and 5 for Little Rock Christian at the 22 is Hill going to throw, and he gets it to Hightower. And Hightower's going to have it at the 26-yard line, and it'll leave Little Rock Christian with 3rd and 1.
Terry, I think if we end up with a schedule in our preseason games, I'd like to see these teams meet in a full game, full-on
regular season.
Yeah, regular season.
It's a good matchup so far.
It's been a good game.
6:20 to go in the first half, all tied at 7. Little Rock Christian scored on their opening drive. The Panther defense has tightened since that time. See if the Benton defense can force another 3 and out on 3rd down and 1 as Hill moves Platt to his right. Going to give it to Platt running left, and the Panther defense collapsed the right side.
Parker.
And able to drop Platt back inside the 25 at the 24, and it'll be 4th down and 3, Little Rock Christian.
Yeah, it was a great play there by Zach Parker. And see Chris Wright getting some penetration on one side. Zach comes in on the other. And, well, I'll tell you what, when we get penetration in the backfield and disrupt Little Rock Christian, that's probably been our best chance at stopping them tonight.
4th down and 3, and Little Rock Christian going to go for it. And they are going to run the sweep. Sean Thornton with the hit on Hightower. Hightower able to break the tackle.
Touchdown.
And now he's got open field. There goes Chris Hightower at the 40. Dylan Burnham giving chase. Can't bring him down. And for all the world, had Hightower bottled up in the backfield, he's able to squirt free and winds up going 76 yards for the Warrior touchdown.
We're going to have to tackle better than that. And now, Thornton was being blocked when he got the initial pressure, but after that, we had all kinds of Panthers with opportunities at him.
Well.
And they all overplayed the ball, some bad angles there.
Yeah, but once he gets open space, you're not going to catch him.
Hankins puts through the extra point. John, watching the replay, Sean Thornton was blocked.
Yeah, he made a great play.
It was a very good play, and boy, Chris Hightower is a very impressive player for Little Rock Christian.
I just got through saying, look, when we get penetration in their backfield, we're disrupting them, and it's causing them a lot of problems. They're not able to scramble out of that, and then what happens the very next play? We get penetration, they scramble out of it.
Well, Little Rock Christian's head coach preseason said that Hightower was one of the best that he'd seen at running the jet sweep, and he was so versatile that once he got to one side, he had the ability to cut back across the middle of the field. It was almost prophetic as he was describing it, because that's basically what we just saw. And boy, once he gets in the open field, he's hard to deal with.
Yeah, Mr. Hightower with his 4.5 speed in the open field, able to take that one to the end zone, and the Little Rock Christian Warriors take a 14-7 lead over the Panthers with 5:14 to go in the first half. Tonight's broadcast of Benton Panther football brought to you by Allied Glass, Smith Caldwell Drugstore, Benton Eye Care, Saline Memorial Hospital, Congo Fireplace and Patio, by the City of Benton, First Security Bank, and Ashby Funeral Home. As Hankins is going to kick that one off. DeAnthony Harper will field it, and the Panthers will have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Do you notice something about Mr. Hankins? He is a switch kicker. He kicks the extra points left-footed and kicks off right-footed.
Jim, only you would catch something like that. I mean, really.
That's the baseball guy in me coming out. I mean, you see switch hitters. I've never seen a switch kicker.
No, it's pretty rare.
So, Dio, you want to weigh in?
No, not really. I mean, let's just be honest. I don't really want to weigh in. What I want to see is our offense move the ball right here by sheer will.
Yeah,
I don't want to see anything fancy.
Nope.
I want to see us line up and pound it down their throats.
You want to see the offensive line weigh in.
That's
Yes.
exactly
right
what
here.
I want to see.
So let's see what happens as Colin Morrow swings it out to DeAnthony Harper, and DeAnthony's going to pick up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8. John, you want to see the line weigh in as well?
Yeah, I just want to see us get macho right here. That's what I want to see. No flash, no pizzazz. Let's just line up. Everybody physically whip your man at the line of scrimmage, and let's just march the ball down the field, 10, 12 plays, and score.
Can I get an amen?
Jim's passing the plate up here.
Cade Brimhall checks in at right guard. On that offensive line is Joshua George back at center. Red and white on the left side of the offensive line as Morrow drops back. Morrow pressured. Morrow going to be tripped up for a loss back at the 18-yard line. And it's going to be another 3rd down and long for the Panthers.
Well, that defensive line, man, they are getting through. They're getting really good push up front, and the linebackers are stunting and getting through and applying all kinds of pressure. That time it came from from both of the outsides, and once again, number 17, William Parker Kerfoot, was in our backfield chasing the quarterback.
Seen too many Warriors in the Benton backfield tonight as Morrow going to hand off on 3rd and long to DeAnthony Harper, and Harper going to pick up 5 yards, and it'll leave Benton with a 4th and 7.
Well, we'll see what Coach Harris does here. He's going to send out the punt team. Probably a smart move this deep in our territory.
I don't know if you guys noticed on that play, we were talking about blitzing and where they're coming from. That was the safety that walked up and blitzed and made the tackle.
We ran right at him.
They're doing to us what we did to everybody that first year, 2014, when nobody knew Brad Harris's defense. And we had guys like the coaches would say, they got guys coming out of the stands. Well, that's what Colin Morrow's saying back there.
Exactly.
Morrow been under duress much of the night when he's been in the pocket. And now Sean Thornton.
Got a different snapper there, Jim.
Will punt it away as we do have Tyler Cochran in to snap for the Panthers.
It's a nice punt.
This punt going to be fielded by M.J. Loggins of Little Rock Christian at the 44. So 2:42 to go in the first half. The Warriors lead at 14-7. And it'll be Warrior football. The second half quarters will be 10 minutes and predominantly played by the Benton JV. At least that was the intention coming in to the ball game tonight. Give some of the second team guys some playing time. So we're probably in our last 2.5 minutes of the first team guys here tonight with the Warriors leading 14-7. Now Brad Harris is going to take a timeout and bring his defense over to visit with himself, Rusty Davis, Bobby Wynn, Garrett Hammonds, Blake Dorsey, the defensive staff. And it'd sure be good to get a quick 3 and out, get the offense the ball one more time here in the first half, Terry.
Yeah, it would. I'd like to see our offense get back on the field one more time. That's in the defense's hands. They do need a 3 and out right here because they don't need to fall down 2 scores. Especially with the JV coming in, because even though this game doesn't count, it's still a confidence booster. And I mean, you want to be able to show up and finish this half out strong.
Yeah. Are we going to have a guest on at halftime or anything?
We're not. We're going to run an extended amount of our commercials.
Okay.
We've got some first-time sponsors and want to give all the great supporters of the Benton Touchdown Club and the Panther Football Network an opportunity for their new ads to run.
Will I get a chance to go get popcorn? Or
You will.
We have that much time.
We do.
Okay. All right.
We do.
Maybe I'll interview Dio tonight.
You know, John,
He's in a great mood, I tell you.
I think a great series for all of our games would be for you to give us a popcorn rating at each stadium that we visit.
Like the Rotten Tomatoes deal.
Yeah, like a concession stand
Oh.
rating.
Taste of the Town.
Taste of the Town
Okay.
with John Penn.
All right, I'm going to check that out. Haven't had any carbs today, so I'm going to go check out what's happening with my traditional popcorn and Dr. Pepper at half.
Little Rock Christian's got a new quarterback in for the Warriors as they put Colin Cooper in. And his first pass is complete to Colin Grigsby to the 50-yard line. Gain of 6 at 2nd and 4, Little Rock Christian.
Terry, if I'm Little Rock Christian, I would do that too. I'd pull Hill out. I've seen everything I need to see from him. I think he's tuned up and ready.
Is Cooper going to roll to his right and throw? Catch is made by Bernard Givens Jr. at the 38-yard line, and Colin Cooper comes in and picks up where Justice Hill leaves off. 12-yard gain and a first down, Little Rock Christian.
What do we know about Cooper? Is he a dual threat guy, mostly a pocket passer, pocket guy?
No idea.
We're learning on the fly as they give it off to Kendall Givens, and that time the Benton defense played the run well. And it's just a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know how the best way you can get Givens down on every play? With 6 of your best friends.
Yeah.
That's a guy that's
Just try to
hard to
slow
bring
him
down
down.
one-on-one.
Gang tackle. Cooper's a sophomore, and it looks like he's a pretty tall kid.
Colin Cooper, 6'1", 160 according to the roster.
Yeah, I don't know about that. He's got to be taller than 6'1".
As he throws a strike to Matthew Ware. And Ware going to be knocked out of bounds by Zach Parker at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Warriors.
This is it. The Panthers defense have got to make a stand right here on this play if they're going to get that ball back.
Actually mark him down at the 32 with a minute and counting to go in the first half. Is Cooper going to run the option to the right and pick up the first down to the 28-yard line? Devin Griffin on the tackle for the Benton defense, and it's first down Warriors.
Also see Bryce Gallagher in there at that linebacker position. He's another one of those hard-nosed guys, kind of reminds you of like a Bryson Krebs. Big body, smart, very physical type guy.
Cooper takes the snap, going to lob one up to the near corner of the end zone. Ware can't come down with it as Devin Griffin competing hard over there at corner. Might have got a hand on it, and Ware can't make the catch.
That's good coverage. Chris Wright going with the Tony Cherico look.
Yeah.
If you get that reference, Dio's like, who's Tony Cherico? You get it, Dio? Okay. I didn't think you were old enough.
2nd down and 10. Is Cooper going to look left? Now pressure.
There it is.
Gallagher with the diving attempt. There's Chris Wright. Panthers able to get Cooper down at the 15 or the 25. Is Terry Jones going to make the tackle, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Warriors.
Well, John, I think he's answered your question about if he's a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, I mean he can. I think he can get you a first down with his legs. I don't think he's got the speed or the moves that Hill's got, but he can move a little bit. Yeah.
Clock down to 10 seconds. It looks like Little Rock Christian going to bleed the clock now. Snap to Cooper. He throws. Throw high as Kelby Caffrey comes up and applies a hit to Andre Brunson, the intended receiver.
Well, I won't gripe about that missed call on us. We got away with one that time, guys.
Did. He was just a tad early, I think.
But man, can he deliver a punch?
Yeah.
So 4th down and 7, and Little Rock Christian going to go for it with 7 seconds to go here in the first half. Ball at the Benton 25-yard line. It's Brunson in the backfield. Cooper takes the snap, drops back, going to throw intended for Ware. Devin Griffin in coverage, and they're going to say incomplete.
He fell down.
1 second to go, and the Panthers going to have one more snap here on offense in the first half.
How great would it be to tie these guys at halftime? I don't know. Did their feet get tangled, or did he just slip on the turf? I couldn't with the bad angle here. We're literally like 20 feet from the sideline, right. Kind of the way the stadium is, and when they get down, I can't even see the corners of the end zones.
And about 15 feet high. It's one of the lowest press boxes we've ever sat in.
It's about as high as like the beach.
So 1st and 10 Panthers with a second to go here in the first half. And this will be the final snap of the half, barring a penalty. Morrow will take it. Morrow drops back. Morrow airing it out for Garrett Body, and that ball is going to be intercepted by Alex Veazey. Body's going to tackle him, and that's going to be the end of the first half as a penalty marker comes in. As a little jawing going on there at the end. And so we'll have to see if we've reached the half or not.
It's probably going to be offsetting penalties, one for jawing and the other one for pushing.
Brad Harris is sending his team to the locker room. Eric Koyu doing the exact same thing. And now the team stop. As the referee sorting it out at the 44-yard line.
Send them to the locker room, guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Starting to get a little chippy out there.
Dead ball and sportsmanlike conduct against Little Rock Christian. And the official pointed right at Little Rock Christian's sideline.
He was talking.
So Brad, the teams are going to go to the locker room with Little Rock Christian leading at halftime 14-7 over the Benton Panthers. Before we take our break, Terry, analysis from the first half.
Well, there are a lot of things to be excited about, and there are a lot of things that we clearly have to work on this week as we get ready for our next game. And, you know, I think when they look at the film, they're going to be disappointed with some of the things that they see in our defensive backfield, and they're going to be disappointed with some of the things they see on our offensive line. And those are the two areas that we thought that might be the strengths of the team.
John?
Well, I think if you're Brad Harris, you're not real happy right now probably overall with the way that this game has gone. I think you'd like to have seen your offensive line kind of push them around a little bit more with the size that we've got, and defensively we struggled a little bit too. So I don't know. I think it, you know, but it is what it is. It's a scrimmage.
Dio?
Well, you know, that's really – we play these games, a preseason game like this, because it benefits both teams. You know, no matter what, you either come in and you get some confidence, like Little Rock Christian is going to walk away from this game, or you come in with a little humbling, and you go to work that next week with a little bit of a different mindset. Maybe we aren't 10 foot tall and bulletproof. We need to put in some practice time. So I can tell you right now, they're going to improve. That's where the biggest improvement comes, is after a benefit game like this, or after a preseason game like this. So you look at Coach Harris, he is not happy talking to his players right now.
We are going to take a 5-minute commercial break and let you hear from all the great sponsors of Benton Panther Football 2018 on Fidelity Local 6. Halftime here at Little Rock Christian. The Warriors lead at 14-7 tonight over the Panthers. This is Benton Panther Football on Fidelity Local 6 and HD 406.
One of the biggest factors in your child's learning experience, whether it's book work or athletics, is their vision. Doctors Glenn and Skinner and the skilled staff at Benton Eye Care Clinic are here to help you see a better world. And they want everyone to have access to quality eye care. For thorough, visual, and comprehensive eye exams, call our optometric physicians and staff at Benton Eye Care Clinic at 501-778-2020. For quality eye care close to home on Highway 5 next to the Long Hills entrance, Benton Eye Care Clinic.
ACDI is Benton proud. We have a long history of community involvement and activism in Benton and the Saline County area. It's why we're excited to be relocating our business here and building our new headquarters in the downtown area. We're proud to sponsor the Benton Touchdown Club. Go Panthers!
Allied Glass is a full-service glass shop located in historic downtown Benton. Allied Glass is a third-generation business and family-owned and operated since 1967. Mirrors, shower doors, commercial storefronts, auto glass repair and replacement, tabletops, screens, plexiglass, and much more. For all your glass needs, call Allied Glass at 501-778-6244, located at 115 East Sevier in downtown Benton.
Hey, Panther fans looking for a local dentist that cares? Look no further than Bethel Smiles. Benton native and Panther alum Dr. Justin Bethel and his staff are pleased to be back serving the community where it all began. Bethel Smiles is a full-service dental office treating all ages and proudly offers the lowest cost braces in town. We realize at Bethel Smiles that your time and your teeth are precious, so most procedures can be performed the same day. So save time, save teeth, support local business, and schedule with Bethel Smiles today. Call to schedule your appointment at 501-778-4746. Bethel Smiles is a proud supporter of Benton Athletics.
Any lasting structure begins with a good blueprint, and every good blueprint must be designed specifically for the people it serves. The Benton Event Center, Riverside Park, and the new Boys and Girls Club, all designed by the professional architects at Black, Corley, Owens, and Hughes. They understand the Benton community and are a major part of our economic success. Proud sponsors of Benton Panther football and valued partners for our community.
Congo Fireplace and Patio has been Benton's go-to place for all your hearth needs since 1920. Stop by now and see over 20 live burning displays. With the South's largest selection of gas logs, gas inserts, and wood-burning stoves, Congo has what you need to heat your home this winter. Get any accessory you need for your fireplace and stove in one place. Plus, see the largest selection of pellet stoves. With over 90 years of combined sales and service, there's no other place to shop. Farmers Bank and Trust Mortgage provides local expert service. Eric Shelnut will give you a smooth experience with the highest level of service at competitive rates. He can help you with conventional, FHA, USDA, VA, as well as interim construction loans. You can start the application process online at myfarmers.bank in as little as 20 minutes. Farmers Bank and Trust Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Jones Heating and Air, located at 520 Edison Avenue in Benton, specializes in residential, commercial, and new construction HVAC systems and offers 24-hour service. Jones is a proud supporter of Benton Panther Athletics, the Saline County Boys and Girls Club, and youth sports at Benton's Riverside Park. Find out more at jonesheatingandair.com or call 501-778-3324.
Saline County is one of the fastest growing areas in the entire country. At Saline Memorial, we've been growing too. Our hospital is in the top 5% for patient safety nationwide. We've incorporated advanced technology, expanded services, and strategic partnerships that bring the state's best doctors right here. And we've done it all without losing the comfort of private rooms and personalized care. This is healthy growth, close to home. Saline Memorial.
Smith Caldwell Drug is located in the heart of downtown Benton. We're an independently owned pharmacy that strives to give our patients the best quality and care possible. We offer free delivery service and convenient drive-through window. Our friendly staff will help you with your insurance billing needs and much more. Be sure to shop our large boutique, gift section, and baby department, where you get free gift wrapping. Smith Caldwell Drug in the heart of downtown Benton.
Hi, my name is Kim Hammer. You may recognize me best either as State Representative for District 28, Chaplain for Saline Memorial Hospice, or Pastor for Saline Missionary Baptist Church. I've been serving you as State Representative for District 28 for the last 8 years, and at this time in my life, I'd like to go on to serve you as State Senator for District 33. I commit to take with me to the Senate the core values that have defined me, that being family values, community involvement, integrity, honesty, and transparency. My energies will be put into developing stronger schools, family, businesses, charities, while representing your district, and I'd appreciate your vote for Kim Hammer for State Senate.
At Farmers Bank and Trust, our commitment is and always will be to the community. Our loan officers are your supporters, your cheerleaders, your fans, your neighbors. and we're proud to cheer on our Benton Panthers. For more information on Farmers Bank and Trust, stop by our conveniently located office or visit myfarmers.bank.
At this time of year, the best way to experience Benton is to be a Benton Panther football fan. The city of Benton is very proud to be one of the sponsors of the 2018 season. The student body is ready, the pep steppers are ready, the cheerleaders are ready, the marching band is ready, the players are ready, Coach Harris and his staff are ready, and the city of Benton is ready for a drive to a state championship. Experience Benton and support the Benton Panthers. Go Panthers!
And actually, I feel like it makes me look better as a realtor to use Cornerstone, because I know if they say it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be on time. I have so many times experienced situations with other lenders when there were delays that were outside of the client's control. We were just kind of at the mercy of the lender. And with Cornerstone, I've never had to worry that those were gonna happen.
Cornerstone Home Lending. No excuses.
It's halftime here in Little Rock Christian in tonight's AAA benefit scrimmage. The Warriors lead the Panthers 14-7 at halftime. You can see Bobby Wynn visiting with his defense at halftime as John Penn puts the headphones back on. And John, first half stats courtesy of our buddy Tony Linehan with the Saline Cougars shows Little Rock Christian outgaining the Panthers 314-157 in that first half.
Yeah, and it's not surprising that Little Rock Christian was able to move the ball because they execute so well. One of those teams that reminds you a lot of a Greenwood or a Pulaski Academy, and they have some good athletes here. What does surprise me a little bit is that we didn't have more yards overall, and we really didn't run the ball that effectively.
Well, Colin Morrow sacked 4 times for a total of 30 yards lost. That really cuts into the run game. Colin was 14 of 25 passing for 168 yards, had an interception. Maybe concerning is Zach Wallace just 8 yards rushing in that first half for the Panther offense.
Yeah, and that's, we saw D-Buddy with a couple of good runs, and we saw Zach Wallace come out of the backfield on a pass and get matched up against a linebacker, make a reception. But overall, not a really effective half of football for the Panthers offense. And, hey, look, in the defense's defense, if you allow me that, hey, only allowing these guys to 14 points, I was kind of happy with the way that our defense played. Of course, the one turnover that we had, or the interception that we had, was there at the end of the half.
Yeah,
so really don't count that, I guess.
Well, the Panthers held Little Rock Christian in the red zone on a 4th down at the 17. Did force a couple of 3-and-out possessions in that first half. As you look at other numbers for the Panthers, receiving-wise, Gavin Wells, 5 catches, 31 yards. Garrett Body had 4 catches, 53 yards. Michael Allison, 2 catches, 22 yards. Braxton Slaughter had a catch for 24. And Zach Wallace had a catch for 36 yards with the fumble on the play. DeAnthony Harper, the leading runner for the Panthers in that first half. He carried 5 times for 21 yards and caught 1 pass for 2 yards. We're going to step aside for another 2-minute break. Little Rock Christian leads Benton 14-7 at halftime. This is Benton Panther football on FidelityLocal6.com.
One of the biggest factors in your child's learning experience, whether it's bookwork or athletics, is their vision. Doctors Glenn and Skinner and the skilled staff at Benton Eye Care Clinic are here to help you see a better world. And they want everyone to have access to quality eye care. For thorough, visual, and comprehensive eye exams, call our optometric physicians and staff at Benton Eye Care Clinic at 501-778-2020. For quality eye care close to home on Highway 5 next to the Long Hills entrance, Benton Eye Care Clinic.
ACDI is Benton proud. We have a long history of community involvement and activism in Benton and the Saline County area. It's why we're excited to be relocating our business here and building our new headquarters in the downtown area. We're proud to sponsor the Benton Touchdown Club. Go Panthers!
Allied Glass is a full-service glass shop located.
Get on the bus, head back over to the stadium, and kind of reflect on what they saw. But you know what? This game will be pretty much forgotten about in 4 minutes and 58 seconds because those coaches will start working on Bryant tonight.
I promise.
And they got film now, and I'm sure some scouting of the Hornets. Their game with PA.
As I've walked around the stadium, I've seen Arkadelphia's quarterback, Cannon Turner. I've seen Bryant's backup quarterback. I'm sure their starting quarterback. I've seen Bryant and Arkadelphia coaches.
Yeah.
There's a lot of teams we're going to play. I'm sure there's maybe some Cabot guys here somewhere.
And they had Arkadelphia shirts on. I'm thinking, if I'm here scouting, I know they're on the opponent's
incognito.
side. Yeah, I'm going to wear like a flannel or something. I don't know.
Maybe
a cardigan.
Well, the Bryant guys had Bryant hats. You know?
I'm like, come on. At least act like you're doing some secret spy stuff.
We had a group about 30 strong right beneath us from Arkadelphia.
Yeah,
so
they brought a bus, I think. Oh, me.
Now, next Friday, we can go to Arkadelphia.
We sure can.
Sylvan Hills at Arkadelphia next Friday. The Panthers, of course, will open the season in the Salt Bowl on Saturday, so John Penn might
why not? Any good places to eat down there in Arkadelphia? I know of a couple, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
I know of a couple.
Well, hey, you want to take a trip down memory lane in Saline County here? If you go toward Arkadelphia, stop in Malvern and go to Poplo's.
Oh yeah,
and get you some Q burgers.
Q burgers, yeah.
That's when you're going back in time, Benton wise, right there.
Burger at Pablo's.
You remember quarter night Q burgers every Tuesday night? That's my whole childhood. Some Maury Coates. Carries, I think our family ate for about $1.25 every Tuesday night. So Maury Coates on the carry up to the 29-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 1, Panthers. Game all tied at 14 with 4:10 to go here in the 4th quarter. Is Amari that time going to be dropped for a loss. They're going to mark him back at the 24-yard line as Amari had nowhere to go. After that handoff, going to actually give him the 25, and it'll be 3rd and 5 Panthers.
Well, that was a little bit of a miscue, but overall, I thought the sophomores had played really, really well. And I'm kind of looking forward to see how this JV team does on their JV schedule. They're a pretty solid team.
Brown throws that one a bit behind Braden Murdoch, incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 5 Benton. I believe the JV schedule opens 2 days after the Salt Bowl with Pulaski Academy. A whole lot of Pulaski Academy at the beginning of the season.
You bet.
It's the JV opener, the junior high opener.
You get a shot there. The new junior high coach, he's standing blocking Justin Ray there.
Matt McBride, the former head coach at Spring Hill High School.
Had a chance to talk to him before the game. Very nice guy. And you can tell he loves coaching. Been an athletic director, I think, at one point in time. So we had a good visit with him, and we're excited about 9th grade football.
Yeah, one of our new features on the junior high broadcast this year, we're going to have a coaches show with Matt McBride.
Absolutely.
Every week that'll run between the 8th and 9th grade games.
We're ramping this thing up. Going to have full production this year of all 9th grade games, courtesy of Fidelity Local 6, Matt Johnson and Mason Woolbright and the whole gang. Going to be getting it done on Thursday nights. That's another advantage of this new Benton Football Network, is being able to bring you really quality broadcasts of your 8th and 9th grade, if I'm correct, Jim?
That is correct. And the one thing that will not change.
Okay. Freddie Reinhardt?
Freddie Reinhardt will still be the voice of 8th grade Panther football.
So he's still got his job with the 8th grade.
No doubt.
Okay. All right.
He has been counting the days since Christmas.
Yeah, he's. I could tell he was excited tonight. He was midfield during the national anthem.
Right between the officials.
And I saw him dancing before the game. He was on the field.
He was.
Yeah, listen, he had it ready for tonight.
1st down and 10 for Little Rock Christian at their own 47 following the Preston Barker punt. And they give it to Gilmore. He's quarterback. Now he's at running back. And Gilmore in the open field. And Little Rock Christian's going to score with 2:58 to go. and take the lead 21-14 here in the second half.
I predict there's going to be some ugly JV games against Little Rock Christian this year because they've got some guys that against JV defenses, you just got to get them the ball. They'll take it to the house.
And I've got another prediction.
What's that?
It's going to be a long day Monday.
Yeah. Well, they may have some. I think you're right, Terry. But they may have some guys come up over the weekend too. We've seen that in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll unload the bus on the field and make them stay tonight. But I'm sure they're thinking about it.
What time do the lights cut off at the complex on Friday night? So, all kidding aside, this means absolutely nothing in the big scheme of things.
None.
And, John, as you pointed out at halftime when we visited, Little Rock Central looked like a potential state champion last year at the benefit.
Absolutely.
And then the Panthers go into the Salt Bowl and play a very inspiring, great football game 8 days later. Going to look for a repeat of that again this year.
Yeah, I mean, you want that to be a competitive game, a lot of hype. I'm anxious to see how the week early and Saturday night and all that is going to work out.
As the coaches have mutually agreed to call it right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be the end of the ball game tonight, 21-14. Little Rock Christian wins the second half.
I do think that was the longest AAA benefit game I've ever been to.
Well, it's 9:30.
Yeah.
I mean,
2.5 hours.
Yeah.
So, so the ball game's done, and I guess we need some final thoughts. We'll get out of here pretty quick tonight, John.
Yeah, I don't really have anything, real earth-shattering to say or anything of that nature. But it's just, early in the season, you probably like to see the team a little bit further along with their execution. You don't like seeing drop balls and all of that. We've had all spring and summer to work on that stuff. But, look, it is what it is. We got to forget about this, move on next week.
Well,
on to Bryant.
This wasn't the result that we wanted to see, right?
No, it wasn't.
But it's also a benefit game, and it's that first real scrimmage where you're not hitting the same guys you've been hitting all year, and so, or at least all preseason. And so there's going to be a lot to work on, and as we get Dio in here.
Well, Freddie, come on in.
Just come on in here.
Hey, the more the merrier. We're going five-man booth
come
here
on
in
in,
the post game.
Come on in, Freddie.
The black shirts.
Number one
I'll turn sideways.
Fan of the Panthers.
And so I think they'll have a lot to work on over the weekend and into next week, getting ready for the Salt Bowl. There's no way you can come out flat, guys, in front of 40,000 people.
No.
And I think the stadium's going to be packed. I think it's going to be a live show, and I think we're still going to see a fantastic game tomorrow or next week.
Dio?
Well, absolutely. I second what Terry said. I've kind of felt that way the entire day. I mean, kids struggle to get up for a benefit game like this. They know that there's nothing on the table. I mean, it's just, let's get out here and see what we can do. The coaches are looking at it. And when you practice with a team, and you got to think about it, we haven't seen another opponent since November of last year. Spring game, we're practicing against ourselves, maroon gray. I mean, team camps, you get a little bit of action there, but that's really just more of a practice. This is really a game type scenario, and the coaches are looking for specific things, so they're not necessarily calling the game like they're going to call a normal game, when something's on the line.
That's right.
So, take that into account. They're putting some people in places that they want to see what they do in certain situations and things like that. Like John said at the very beginning, we can't be ready to jump off a bridge. It's not. This is not the end of the season.
Sort of a stress test, you're saying.
That's exactly what it is. It's a stress test. Let's find out what we've got going on. Like we saw last year, they're going to come out against Bryant. The emotions are going to be high, and that's always going to create a good game.
What do coaches always say? Don't look ahead.
Yeah.
it's impossible for Benton to not look ahead when it comes to scrimmage season because it's always about the Salt Bowl. Isn't it?
It is, and they know it's in 8 days, and they got to get themselves ready for the interviews, the press, the hype, pep rallies, and all of that stuff. So that's why I say those coaches will start game planning tonight, and they'll be at the complex a lot this weekend.
And we're going to bring you the Salt Bowl next Saturday night from War Memorial Stadium on the radio home of Benton Panther football, 106.7 The Ride. This is our crew all year.
This is it, 5 of us.
The #1 fan of the Panthers, Freddie Reinhardt, John Penn, Dio Vanucci, Terry Benham, and Jim Gardner. Want to thank our crew tonight, Michael Gober, Kendrick Ollison, and Marcus Robinson on camera, Morgan Garrett on graphics tonight, Blake Gwatney on replay tonight. Our director's been Mason Woolbright, and the production manager tonight has been Matt Johnson. We'll be back with you 1 week from tomorrow, Saturday night, Salt Bowl, Benton versus Bryant. Pre-game begins at 6:30 from War Memorial Stadium. Again, remind you, no live video stream of the Salt Bowl. It's radio only on 106.7 FM The Ride, but you can follow Benton football all season long on BentonPantherFootball.com. Till next Saturday night when we join you again, I want to bid you good night, God bless, go Benton.